G'day, I'm Stephen. I'm one of the vets here at Yorkshire Vets. Today I'm going to talk about insurance, just go through some of the terminology so you can understand what all the jargon means to help make it easier to choose your policies and understand what it all means. So the first term is your premium. Now your premium is how much you pay for your policy. Now this is normally taken out of your bank account as a monthly amount. You can pay for a yearly amount. It usually goes up every year, just like everyone else's policy will go up every year. And there isn't anything that I've come across such as no claims discount. So when you have a condition, you may as well claim for it. So the next term I'm going to talk about is excess. Now your excess is the amount you pay towards the claim. It's usually expressed as a fixed amount, but it can be expressed as a percentage as well, particularly in older animals. So just for an example, if you had an accident and you had a £1,000 bill and your excess was £100, your insurance company would pay £900 and you would pay £100. If you had a percentage excess on top of that, say 20%, you would pay £100 initially, plus you'd pay 20% of the next £900, so that's an extra £180. So you would pay a £280 excess and the insurance company would pay £720. Now the other thing to know about excesses is they usually are per condition. So if you had two conditions, say diabetes and heart disease, they're not linked, you'd pay a separate excess for these per renewal year. So the third term I'm going to talk about is your renewal date. Now your renewal date is quite important. It can affect various things. It's 1 year after your policy starts. So usually what will happen, you'll get a letter through from the insurance company and the usual thing will say that your premiums have gone up. But it's also important for other things as well. It's also, if you've got a lifetime policy, it's when your benefits will be reset. If you've got ongoing conditions, so you started with a condition of say dermatitis, as soon as your renewal period starts, it will be due another excess for the dermatitis, and it will be per condition as well. So if you've got multiple conditions, you might be due multiple excesses. This can sometimes work against you because let's say you started in July with a new condition and your renewal was in August. Even though you've only had 1 month of benefit, you will be then due another excess as it goes into your renewal year. So the next term is the difference between an annual policy and a lifetime policy. It's quite simple. If you have a lifetime policy, they'll pay out for the condition for life. So for example, if your dog had a heart problem, every year you just pay your renewal fee, your fees would be set, your benefit would be set, so that they continue paying for the medication for the rest of his life. The annual policy, it would be excluded, so they'd only pay up to 1 year after the condition started, and then it'd be up to you to start paying for everything. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is an exclusion. Now an exclusion is anything that happens, any condition that happens before you take the policy out. So on a lifetime policy, it's just anything that's happened before you've taken your policy out. On an annual policy, because it resets every year, it's every condition that's previously existed. And this occurs whether you've claimed for the condition or not. So the final thing I'm going to talk about is benefit. Now your benefit is how much your insurance company will pay towards the claim. Now this can be expressed in different ways. In some policies it can be expressed as a fixed amount. So your policy year, say you might have £4,000 to spend. Now it can also be expressed as a per condition. So you might have £4,000 on your policy, but they'll limit it to £500 per condition. Now we have seen this and it has tripped people up in the past. A lot of the time these will reset on your lifetime policies, so at the end of your policy year when you renew, the limit will then renew back to your £4,000. In other policies it can be expressed as an amount throughout the lifetime of the pet, so you might have £4,000 throughout the condition of your pet. Now it's all very difficult to wade through this jargon and terminology, so if you have any questions about it you can always come and ask us and we can try and decipher it for you. The other things to look out for in the benefit that can be important is sometimes they'll pay for death benefits like cremation. They'll also sometimes pay for leaflets and pamphlets in helping you find lost dogs and cats. And also the one that people don't realise that is very, very important, and that's third party. Now, third party would cover, say if your dog went off and bit someone or caused an accident, it would cover those costs towards getting the people better from the accident or from the injuries, and it's something that can mount into the thousands of pounds. So it's one thing to check that you do get third party insurance when you're getting a policy. So I hope that explains some of the terms associated with insurance. Now, it is important that you read your terms and conditions on your insurance policy, because we have seen new companies coming onto the market, new policies coming onto the market with their own terms and conditions, so we don't know everything about every policy. We have seen such things as you need written permission before going over £1,000, and these are things that we can't know about your policy, and it can lead to them being turned down. So please make sure you know all your terms and conditions. If you've got any questions, then either let us know or let your insurance company know. So that's it for insurance. I hope you've enjoyed it. We can be seen on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or you can join us on the website and look for more things.